Hello, everyone. You are tuning in to Naijha Speaks, contributor for Jane Unchained News. We are here with Crystal Forman of Holistic Wellness and Health, and she's going to show us how to make the best vegan sweet potato pie. How are we doing today, Crystal? Look at that. Look at that.
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm waiting to see what you got.
Awesome.
Take it away.
Thank you. So good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal, and I'm the owner of Educator Holistic Wellness and Health, where we make healthy living easy, nutritious, delicious, and fun, with a focus on plant-based foods to help you live a healthier and more vibrant life. Today, we are making an awesome vegan sweet potato pie using locally grown sweet potatoes and our other ingredients, which we have to link to the recipe. So you saw the finished product. I'm going to go on and start with my dry ingredients and put them in my bowl. So I have 3 tablespoons of unbleached all-purpose flour. If you're doing gluten-free, you can use gluten-free flour for this recipe as well. And 3 tablespoons of tapioca starch. So you can use cornstarch if you don't have tapioca starch, but I find the tapioca gives it a nice little extra sweet flavor. So I'm putting 3 tablespoons of my tapioca.
Hi, Tina. Thanks for joining in.
So we have 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm put all those ingredients in my bowl. 1/4 cup of white unbleached sugar. So this is the natural sugar. And 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I'm just going to whisk these ingredients, our dry ingredients, together. If you have a food processor, you can use that. And just put all of the ingredients in there and mix it. But today I decided to do the by hand method. So not everyone has a food processor. So this is the way that it used to be done.
You're making it look so easy, Crystal. It was looking so easy.
It is easy. You know, I'm all about making it easy. Nobody wants complications.
I know that's right.
It's easy and tasty, so it has to taste good.
Melissa says she loves these ingredients. It looks so good. Yeah, Melissa, it looks easy.
Just our dry ingredients are ready. I'm gonna get our wet ingredients here. So the recipe calls for about 1 3/4 cups to 2 cups of sweet potato pie, or sweet potato. So I've already baked our sweet potato. I like to do the baked method. I used to make sweet potato pie in the past. I would peel it, cube it, and put it in water and let it boil. And that's a fast method if you need it right away, but you're also putting a lot of your nutrients in that water. So I find baking it, I'm keeping all of the nutrients in my potato, and it's easier to deal with too. So it's easier to peel when it's been baked. It's really just a matter of taking off. So let me show you this. This is like kind of, this is where it's caramelized, so you know that it's going to be a nice sweet potato.
Oh, wow. So, look at that.
Hey,
that Miriam. Hey, Odessa.
And it's organic. You can eat the skins. So like while your pie is baking, you can go in and eat the skin. And the skin has a lot of nutrients in it, including fiber and vitamin A and K as well. Okay.
Yes, Paula, the sweet potato pie recipe is in the description of the live broadcast. We have the pie crust and the sweet potato recipe. There is a link in the description.
Yeah. So you could go to holistic-wellnessandhealth.com/blog, and it's the latest upload. So it'll be right there. When you go there, it'll be the first 2 blog posts you'll see. So let's get that in. That's it. And I'm going to take one of the little smaller medium ones. So usually about 2 sweet potatoes will do. And just once again, peel off the skin. And in the past, I will also do like put the whole sweet potato in the boiling water, and same thing, you're using nutrients when you do that. So this is a lot easier. Just Rinse off your potatoes, put them in the oven for about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on the size of your sweet potato. And then just let them cool so you can work with them. It's nice, fun, easy, messy part. So kids can do this too. You can have them peel off the skin. I'm going to add in my melted vegan butter. I'm using Country Crock this week. So I just melted it just to make it easier to incorporate. And this is 1/4 cup. You can also use coconut oil. If you do use coconut oil, just want to make sure that it's been ethically sourced. And you can use refined or unrefined. So if you use refined coconut oil, it does not have that coconut flavor. So not everybody wants the coconut flavor in their recipe. I actually like the coconut flavor, so I would use unrefined for this.
Yeah, I'd probably try the coconut too. Miriam has a question. She has a huge can of sweet potatoes. Can she use that?
She sure can. And just add the same seasonings to it. So if you have the can of sweet potatoes that are mashed, like that makes it a little easier. If it's the whole one, you just need to drain off that liquid. And just do the same thing we're doing here. So I'm just mashing it by hand. Because it's been baked and it's nice and soft, it's super easy to do. Like I said, if you have a food processor or even a hand mixer, you can use that and it'll be a little faster. And I'm pretty much be done if I put all the ingredients in. So this is a nice method to do. Get to put a little extra love into your food when you're actually touching it.
Yes, yes, yes. The love has to go into the food, folks, so that it comes out nice, flavorful, and lovely.
Yes, completely. So that's that. I'm going to just rinse off my fingers real quick and I'll be right back. So for everyone who's joining, you can definitely find both recipes I have. So the pie you all saw the picture of, I baked that this morning, and I made the crust from scratch using the recipe in the link that you have. I'm not going to roll that out today because I'm not perfect with my pie crust making skills when it comes to like making it pretty, but it tastes really good. So that's the most important thing, especially if you are, if this is for you and your family. If I were making this for like a client for someone special, then I would definitely put some extra attention into making sure like it's all cute and got the ends all pretty. But this is for us, and we're gonna eat it up. So it's not super perfect pretty, but it tastes the crust is super flaky.
We'll see
So,
that crust. Odessa's asked, is it homemade? Yes, Odessa. Crystal says it's homemade.
This is a homemade crust using the recipe in the link. I'm for today, for what I'm doing with you all, I'm going to use a store-bought crust just because I didn't roll out the other one for sake of time, but I do have it. And then you can also use a graham cracker crust if you would like.
Ooh, yeah, graham cracker crust. I like that.
And you can make your own crust. So I don't know what I just did with something, but it's okay. So we have our lemon zest here. So when you're going to do lemon zest, you want to use an organic lemon. If you don't use organic lemon, make sure you wash it really well, scrub it, and use baking soda to get a lot of the wax and chemicals off. And then you want to take off that first layer just a little bit if you're using a non-organic lemon. And then you can just like grate it in. Because this is organic, it's already been washed, I'm just going to put it right in here.
Yes, Miriam. Yeah, I'm sure making your own crust, it's a lot cheaper, isn't it, Crystal?
A whole lot cheaper. Flour is really inexpensive. You can get a 5-pound bag for like $50. So you can make a lot of pie crust. And the ingredients are very simple. So we'll go over that in just a moment. But it's really just flour, either margarine or the vegan butter, or vegetable shortening. So any really high fat, cold water, and salt. And if you want, you can add sugar. It's really basic ingredients for your pie crust.
Yeah, so that's I'm thinking about that graham cracker crumbs too. Yeah, I like the way that sounds and the taste of it. I'm sure it'll be really good.
Yeah, so you can actually buy graham cracker crumbs already like in a box crumbled up. It's a lot less expensive than buying it this way. And you can make it like 20 shells from one box. And I think that was like $3.50, and this is like $2. So it's definitely less expensive to do it yourself. Like the graham um, crumbles, you just need to add butter to it and just mash it and use your hands to mold it to your dish. So if you want to, you can just buy it already made or make that crust yourself. So I have my lemon zest in here, and I'm just going to mix this all together. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients to this.
How long does the whole process take? On average, if you know what you're doing.
If you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah, okay. Well, if you don't know and if you do know.
okay. So if you're using a food processor, like we will be done. We're putting everything in there, pulse it, and it's ready to go. This, I would say, the whole process with the washing the potatoes and baking them, that took over is an hour of prep time. You have to have ahead of time for the baking. So while that's baking, you can actually make your crust. When you're making your crust, so that's the other thing. If you're making your own crust too, we're talking about 2 hours. Be ready to dedicate 2 hours to making your own pie. If you're doing it by hand. If you are doing, although I'm fast, so that's not gonna take us that long. But that's the baking process too. So this part, once it's done, once I finish mixing this, it needs to be in the oven for about 40 minutes.
40
so
minutes.
Just budget in, I would say, at least 2.5 hours of bake time for your sweet potato, as well as bake time for the pie. And then just the mixing part is really, it doesn't take that long.
And then we have a comment from Susan. Just make sure the graham crackers are without honey for the vegan aspect of it.
Exactly. Yes, definitely. Some of them do have honey. Also, when you're buying store-bought crust, you want to make sure they did not use lard. So
Right.
Some are accidentally vegan, and then some they use lard. So they like to use the high fats is what gives it that nice flakiness. When you're making your crust, you really want to make sure everything is cold. So you want to use cold flour. You want your butter nice and cold. So what I would usually do is take the butter and cut it up, and then put it in the freezer for just a little bit, and that'll make the frozen oil is what makes it flaky. So when you put it in the oven and the oil starts to melt, it actually creates layers, like it's like they're bursting, and it makes it nice and flaky. So everything needs to be super cold. Even your utensils, when you're mixing it, it's best if it's super cold, so that you have a super nice and flaky crust. If you don't use cold ingredients, it'll still taste okay, but it'll be a more dense crust, which is fine if that's what you like.
Oh, okay. Great. Good information.
So this is ready. So I'm going to pour this into our shell here, half shell. So actually, I should ask, do you all want pie or graham cracker?
Are you talking to the kids?
No, my parents.
Oh, your parents. Hey, mom and dad. How are you? All right. I had no idea you were cooking for an internal audience as well.
Yes, I have an audience of person. Yes, in person audience as well. Yeah, I probably will make this again with my nieces and nephews. But probably my y'all, you have already, some of y'all have seen the younger two. So get them over here and do some Christmas baking.
Miriam says thanks for the tips, Crystal.
But yeah, like those tips really, I mean, it makes a difference in how your pie crust turns out. So this is our finished. You can blend it if you want to, but we're not going to do that. So it's ready to go. And I'm going to put this in the oven. Have the oven preheated at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to put it in for 20 minutes. If you just put it directly on the rack, and then another 20, 25 minutes with something under it. I am going to just put it in direct for now. So 20 minutes in, check on it, and then another 20 to 25 minutes.
Awesome. Odessa's asking about the pecan pie recipe. She loves pecan pie. Yeah, that's an original one. Yeah.
Yes, I love pecan pie, and I can do that in the next couple of weeks. Yes, families have being excited, so I'll do that on the Live at 5 for the Friday Live at 5 on Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland's Facebook page and Holistic Wellness and Health Facebook and YouTube.
Awesome.
Pecan
Yes.
pie is coming up.
Yes, Crystal does some great Live at 5s on the page. Yes, we need to talk about that. You're tuning in to Naijha Speaks, contributor for Jane Unchained News. Like, subscribe, and comment at naijaspeaks.com. Go to holistic-wellnessandhealth.com to check out Crystal Forman and her recipes and cooking demos. BVSMD, the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland. We're meeting people where they are on their journey towards veganism. Go to bvsmd.org for 24/7 online resources and contact us anytime.
Awesome. So I'll just give you the ingredients for our pie crust here. So for this, mix enough for 2 pie shells, like if you're doing like just filling, or if you need a top and bottom one pie, like an apple pie. So this will do the bottom crust and the top layer. I used half of this already, so this is what it looks like with just half of the recipe. So it was 2.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of vegan butter cube, and a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of sugar, and 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. So I actually had ice in the water to make sure it was super cold. And it's good to just leave it in the refrigerator for a little bit so you have a nice solid ball here. So when you mix everything together, food processor is a great way to make this. You just want to pinch the dough to make sure it sticks together nicely. And you can make this ahead of time and put it in your freezer for up to 6 months. And just really just roll it out on the flour surface, roll, make it a nice flat like crust, and that's what we have here.
Awesome. I am loving my food processor. I can tell you that much.
It makes a big difference in meal prepping and food prepping, having one. And you can find them for like $25 or from Goodwill as well. So there are different options to getting a good quality food processor, or even the inexpensive ones that you can get from Walmart work really well too.
Miriam says that this was a simple recipe, so simple. She's going to have to use her can of sweet potatoes, though, because she doesn't have fresh sweet potatoes. So luckily we can make it with can too.
Definitely. I always tell people use what you have. So if you don't have lemon, don't worry about it. You can also use vanilla extract. Would be really good in this. Sometimes I'll add cinnamon with ginger. I'll add ginger powder in. So you can switch it up like based on the ingredients you have and just make it your own. So this is like I call it a base recipe, and then you can add whatever else you want to add to it. So I do want to tell you all that we do have the sale going on for the Holistic Wellness Reset Program, and I believe the image is available for you. The coupon code is 50BVSMD. That will give you 50% off. The Holistic Wellness Reset Program is a mind, body, soul program where we focus on your mindset, your visualization videos every morning, as well as you will receive an email with a prompt every morning to get you not just in the right mindset, but also just thinking about your body and self-care in general. So it's a lot of self-care in there. And then, of course, you get recipes. So you'll have a meal suggestions and recipes to go along with it for the 12 days. It is a supported program. So you get 30 minutes of a wellness assessment with me. And then we will discuss what your goals are and what you want to accomplish during that time. Resets are great to do. The seasonal changes is also good to do after like huge holiday feasting, which we just had. So this is a great time to just do a mental and physical reset. So just something to Think so? Yeah. So
Yes, we have the image there, and I'm putting the link holistic-wellnessandhealth.com/holistic-wellness reset. So that is out there.
and the Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland will get 10% of all the proceeds. The coupon code expires on Tuesday, which is Giving Tuesday. So make sure you pick the different nonprofits to give to during Giving Tuesday. Of course, Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland, put them on your list. And definitely think about just being grateful as well during this time period. So well, did you have any questions on your side, Naijha?
No, someone was saying the flyer is not readable. So what we'll do is we have the link actually posted. So I just put that in the comments. So all the information is there. And again, you can always go to holistic-wellnessandhealth.com for more information on that. So our apologies. Thank you for that, Natalie.
Yes, thanks for letting us know. So yeah, and the coupon code is 50BVSMD for Black Vegetarian Society of Maryland. So definitely sign up, and I'm here to support you on your journey to a healthier, more vibrant life. And make sure we do go live on Mondays at 5 as well. And usually that's either workshop style, gardening, or it could be cooking demo. And then on Fridays, live at 5 for our cooking demos. And then on location at the Plantation Park High School on Thursdays.
Crystal, I thank you for taking the time out and doing this sweet potato pie cooking demo for us. More to come, I'm sure. If there's any other questions, please ask them now. Again, like, subscribe, comment on naijhaspeaks.com. Thank you to our sponsors, A Welfare World, Veg Fun, Eat the Change, women funders and animal rights collectively, and individual supporters like yourselves. You can go to bbsmd.org, click on the donate button if you want to support our efforts, and we have more coming to you. We appreciate all the support and donations.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, have a good one.